Previously on the Judgment Day Saga.
I am friggin' spooked right now. The whole world's gonna end. So May 21st or October 23rd are the days that actually matter. How are we actually gonna die?
Groundhog came out of the hole and said, "You guys are fucked."
Well, I've nailed it down to about 4 different scenarios. Noah and Joan and the kids came off the boat. God approached them. Like, oh! 2 of them you're gonna be able to agree with me pretty good. And there's been some crazy storms out there, you gotta admit. WMD's at us. Right? The other 2, and this is where our technology goes against us. It takes us out. That's just God, he's pissed, right? Oh, he's lighting us on fire.
Okay, 2012. Go.
Let's just say for a second that everything in the Christian Bible is bullshit. We're gonna make it by Judgment Day, and we're gonna make it by Reckoning Day. Well, now we got 1 year left until everybody gets killed according to the Mayan calendar too, right? December 21st. The reason being is that all the planets are gonna align, right? We're all gonna be in line with the sun. The whole universe is all going to be together, right? It only happens once every 25,000 years. And what happens when we're all together? The reason we're together is because we're in the very center of the entire universe. And in the center, there's a black hole. Before you just go, okay, this is hocus pocus, whatever. This is retarded, right? Well, let's think about that for a second. Let's think about what a black hole really is. But before we understand what a black hole really is, we got to take a look at our solar system and what that actually means. So I've drawn out. So here's what I did. I drew it out. It's a pretty good drawing, right, for a 3-year-old. We got the sun there, Earth, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus. But what does this look like? I want you guys to think about grade 10 science class for a second. Take a look at the big picture here, right? What does that look like to you? Does this kind of look like it might be a nucleus right here? And each of these looks like electrons. Except instead of having 8 electrons, we've got 9 with Pluto. Except, here's the funky thing, is Pluto doesn't really go along the exact same lines as all the other planets does. Pluto's like the 9th one all by itself. It's like flipped upside down. It's not really part of our whole thing. So let's just take Pluto out of the equation for a second. We have 8 electrons going around a neutron and a proton, the nucleus. What do we have inside of our bodies? Every atom, every cell is filled with these protons, neutrons, nucleus, the whole thing. That's in our entire body. Just imagine each and every one of us is a god, right? Each and every one of us is a god. And we have planets inside of our system that are so microscopic that we cannot see inside of the electrons. Imagine us, Earth, as a planet. We are an electron, except the being living inside of us cannot look inside of this electron and see if there's people living in there. We're so tiny. My theory is personally that just based off of grade 10 science alone is that God has no idea who we are. God cannot see us. We're just inside of God, riding inside of the trunk of his car, right? We're along for the ride. And our entire lifespan is a snap for this guy, right? Because we're so small that time goes by so fast, and on the outside, right, time's going by really slow out there because they're so big. And the black hole part, now that's real salty stuff. The black hole part, that is salty. Because the black hole, think about our life force. Think about what is driving us right now. Where is the actual energy coming from? What is making us alive? Because a dead body has muscles and a brain. It has everything too, but it's not living. It has no pulse. Its heart stopped working. So what is the energy that's allowing the heart to work? That, my friends, is what I like to call the black hole. That's our soul. The black hole that we are going to fall into in the Mayan calendar 2012 is the soul of God in which we are living in right now. I know that's really salty stuff, but how else can you explain that? A black hole. Who knows how we're actually living right now? What is the life force that's keeping us alive? I think there's a black hole inside of every single one of us, in the dead center of our body, where our spirit is. And that, my friends, is the black hole.
Click here for Judgment Day Part 5, Why Money Was Created, the final chapter.